Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs in Farming Simulator 25. Yeah, the pea harvester is doing the dance. Trying to get the headlands done. And we got to get a lot of this harvesting done today. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, we have a tornado warning, basically. Somewhere around noon. So I got like 3.5 hours if I go at real time. We'll see how we get along and see what happens, but we got a lot of work to get done. Some of it's been going on here just before the stream started. A marvelous Monday to everyone. Hopefully you guys had a nice weekend. And we're getting ready to get back here on Farming Simulator 25 for the rest of the week and see what happens. For those who haven't seen just recently, some mods have dropped on the mod hub. And for those who've been waiting for another map to play on, Calms and Farms is out, apparently. It's there, so have at it if you want to. But meanwhile, yes, pea harvest. I'm going to have to babysit that thing because we know it's going to fill up rather quickly. So, got to keep our eye on that. Also in the meantime, actually I think the MacDon, yeah, we're done cutting the grass up here. The grass has been cut. The MacDon is now down in one of our oat fields, putting that into a swath. We'll get to that into a moment. I'll need to jump into the AgroStar. I got some straw bales. I need to go sell these, and then I need to go up to that grass field and start tedding it, windrowing it. And, yeah, get it set to be making some hay bales, because we got to get everything picked up before the tornado comes. We don't know where it's going to, be on the map, so try to get everything done as fast as we can, but without really rushing too much at the same time. Nope, selling the bales. Selling the bales. I don't need the straw bales. Yeah, rice fields are still being flooded, but they are being flooded, so that's the main thing. Hope everyone had a nice Sunday. Some of you, I think, were in the stream last night for a loft. So I appreciate you showing up for that one. Get a few dollars for these straw bales. A couple things that I have done since the last stream, and it's just barely changing some of the production buildings around somewhat. So I got the rope, the planks long, the planks, and the fabric. All that material now is being distributed. So the toy maker, I won't have to go to the toy maker anymore. The wood products will be just distributed up there. Same can be said for the wagon builder. So I won't actually have to go to those places to deliver. And they'll always be topped off, which also, frees up time for us to do other things. All right, a little bit of extra cash. We need that $2,000 to pay our workers today. All right, let's get up there, and I'm going to try to get the grass field turned over to hay, but like I said, I'm going to have to babysit that pea harvester. Just fills up way too quickly, which is nice that it fills up as fast as it does. It's actually just the capacity of the pea harvester that's kind of an issue. Jumped in a live stream for a couple minutes, but I had some stuff to come up. That's fine. I mean, if you get the free time to jump on in, always appreciate it. Yeah, and the map that came out was Calms and Farms. Everyone's been kind of... it's a map that's been out, and it was out in 22. I think it was even out in 19. FS19, so it's just I hate calling them remakes, but it's just done over so it can be in 25. I'll have a look at it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing my second series on that or not. Well, I'll have a look at it for sure. Just want to run a small pig farm somewhere. If I can find a good location on that map to run a small pig farm, then I'll probably do that on my recorded series. And worker almost has a full grain tank. Not surprised there. Hello, Panther Killer. Hope your Monday is going well so far. And Jim is here as well. Welcome. Alright. Bale trailer, we'll drop that there. AI worker has completed their task. That's got to be the MacDon doing the first oat field. So yeah, we're going to be jumping around quite a bit today. I think we're going to be doing that because just got a lot of jobs going on everywhere. These are the amount of peas that we've gotten off the field so far. Yeah, once the worker finally does get all the corners taken care of and it starts actually just going up and down the field, it will be going a little bit quicker. Although sometimes you can't understand why the worker would skip a row to do certain areas, but you know what? Work is getting done. That's all I care about. And that's the place you decide to, you know, have a full grain tank is right there. So this trailer we have will work with this pea harvester. You just got to get it right up against it. I do have that modded trailer, but that trailer is like $150,000, and of course right now we don't have it. Spent all of our recent money on the wagon builder, which I know, in case you weren't here, but we did talk about, it's not really going to profit the farm that well. But it'll be fun to do. And put you back to work. And we'll park this over here. I think it's going to be out of the way, but you know how the AI workers are. How did I get rid of the wood stove that was in the barn on the farm that you bought? If you're talking about, yeah, we'll visit that. I don't know what the farm I bought. The only thing that wouldn't, I mean, this was gone, but when patch 1.3 came out, this returned. So that's not a wood stove. That's like a generator. I think people are calling it a generator. I mean, it is a motor, but I guess it might be a generator. But that's there. So I don't know if you're calling that a stove or not, but that's still there. Let's see. Yep, the MacDon is done with this oat field. Let's get over to the next one. And get to work, dude. And speaking of get to work, I'm going to get to work now. Back into the Agro Star, and let's get tedding. All right. Hey, what do you know? We're making hay. Hello, Skender. Hopefully you had a marvelous Monday. Thought you had magical powers to get rid of it. I do got magical powers. I just don't have the magical powers to get rid of that, apparently. Yeah, so once again, mods did drop on the mod hub about a half hour or 45 minutes ago. I say about another 15 or 20 mods, and yes, Calms and Farms is out on the mod hub. We'll be looking at it later on tonight. See if, like I said, see if I can find a nice little spot to put a farm down. Don't want to be going too crazy on that map, or on the recorded map anyways. I say that, but then you know me, every time I say, oh, this is going to be just kind of a slow paced or slower than normal series that I do, and we're not going to do too much. Next thing you know, I own more than I should have owned. Got the pea harvester already almost full again. I mean, peas may, as everyone says, I didn't really look at it too much. They do make good money, but the time and effort you got to put into it with a harvester does make me think I could probably allocate my time a little bit better and make a little bit less money elsewhere. So again, for those who are joining us a little bit late, the only thing I've done in between episodes or streams is for our production buildings. Since we're not doing the pirate ship anymore, and of course the grain elevator has been done for quite a while, at the sawmill I put the planks long and planks on distribute. That way those products would go to the toy maker and also up to the wagon builder, so I don't have to bring the stuff over. Did the same with the spinnery with the fabric, got that on distribute, and that's going up to the wagon builder. And also the rope production is on distribute, so that can be just distributed on up to the wagon builder. I thought about putting the cement factory, those products on just direct selling, because the price is always pretty good. But I think once every 3 months or so, going over there and just grabbing material to sell it is not too bad. All right, get this road tedded up, and then, yep, we'll take care of the pea harvester again. And then again, and again, and again, and again. All right, grass is now officially hay. Oh, good, you stopped right at the JCB? Oh, look at that. You actually stopped and got me a nice clear path where I could possibly pull up beside you and just unload. The problem is the worker never lifts up the belt all the way. All right, but we're going to get it. Hello, Kitty. A good Monday to you. Always had the sawmill undistributed and won't distribute to the toy maker? Well, we'll see what happens. Alright, and turn the JCB off. How are we doing down here, MacDon? Looks like the MacDon has completed that old field. Okay, so that's good to go. We gotta get the John Deere harvester down there and start picking that up. But let's get back up to here. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of jumping around today. We also got the Poplar harvest is ready to go. But yeah, we are kind of racing the weather a little bit. Got about 3 hours or so before a tornado shows up. So try to harvest as much as we can so nothing gets destroyed. Hello, RC Mark. How you doing on a marvelous Monday? Yep, the hours on the AgroStar are getting up there. Along with the MacDon. The hours are getting up there on a lot of stuff. But hopefully I can get through another year on most of it. Let's see if I turn the corner here and see if there's a car coming around, because most of the time there is, but not today. Yeah, so the next thing we are saving the money up for is the cotton module harvester. The case one, of course. I'm not spending double the money to buy the John Deere cotton module harvester. Case one will work just fine. Should be able to come up with $500,000 by November. Brian, thanks so much for the donation. Very much appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Monday. Very generous of you to drop a dono. Can't we just bounce around that tree? No, we can't bounce around that tree? All right. I'll just do it like this then. Hello, Vitamin Protein. Thanks for dropping on in today. It's a marvelous Monday. I actually woke up with a little bit of a smile on my face for a couple of reasons. One, the sun's out, so I was happy to see the sun. And number two, they were forecasting, like, I think the weather service had 5 or 7 inches of snow I was supposed to get last night. And I hardly got anything. Hardly got any snow last night. Is Alma being tested? We don't have a test list anymore, so unless someone has heard from the modder themselves, who knows if that's being tested? I get your share. I wouldn't be stealing food from anyone. Oh, I think my harvester was full again, right? I thought they were moving, but I'm not sure if they are or not. No, they're not moving. They're full. Yeah, definitely hope we can get the pea harvest done before noon. Don't want the tornado ripping through here, through our precious peas. Oh, I also did get the IBC mod. The IBC mod where we can buy an empty IBC and I can fill it up with a number of different things, but the main thing I need to fill up with is fuel. So I can get fuel into the spinach harvester. I mean, really, this belt is high enough for this trailer. It's just, you still got to get awfully close to the combine for it to unload. That back on a worker. Let's go deliver these peas and get the pea canning process started. I'm not sure you want to put root beer in those containers, but I guess you could. And canning. Canned peas. Let's activate that. All right, that's up and running, which is great. Wonder where the tornado's going to hit today. Hopefully not up in this section, because we got our green beans still. Our spinach is regrown. Hopefully we'll have some of our poplar harvested by then. And with all of our tractors pretty much being used and being busy on our own fields, and with so much to do, probably no contracts today. We'll see how far we actually get. How was my day? Well, I've only been up for a couple of hours, so far it's, like I said, woke up with the sun shining, which was happy with that, and didn't get the snow they were forecasting last night. So, I'm good with that. The ski resorts around here probably are not too happy we didn't get no snow last night. But it's very cold enough so they can make it. I think the baler can pick up that swath just to the right, so I won't have to windrow that up. All right, I think the baler is on the case Magnum. And looks like I need to move the bale wrapper. I think the windrower must have clipped out in the whale and spun it around. Let's see, how can I get... Am I going to get close enough to actually attach to that? Nope. Alright, I'll have to pick it up. Oh yeah, my straw's going to disappear. There we go, now the straw's back. Alright, let's put that there. Sneak that in there. Looks good. Hello, Bose. How are you doing today? I guess the Agro Star can just plop right here. Okay, so before I get involved in doing some hay baling, well, I guess the good thing is the arm is on the side that's been harvested, but I got to go around this narrow patch. The JCB might be a little bit too tall for this. Alright, let me get into here. Let's get rid of the worker. Raise up the arm. Nope. Now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. or a harvester in the JCB. Can we jump over something? There we go. Alright, move that over a little bit like one does. Finally, unloading the peas. Hello, Denard. How you doing? Might as well just keep the JCB running, honestly. Alright, we'll let that get back to work. And there we go with the Case Magnum. Let's go bale up some hay, shall we? That's a lot of peas. Yeah, it doesn't look too impressive if you ask me, but when we go sell the canned peas, they'll look a little bit better. Hello, David. Hope you're having a marvelous Monday. I think after we get the hay baled up, we'll jump into the John Deere harvester and get those oats picked up. We had to buy twine on the last stream where we're getting finally down to almost nothing. It didn't run out, but we were on the last set of twine that we have, but now we're good to go for many more years. But I will be interested to see on the sawmill if we do distribute to the toy maker, and well, the wagon builder may take a while to figure out if that gets delivered up there, but the toy maker definitely has a lot of space open for it. I wonder why, from what you said, it wouldn't deliver up to the toy maker, but we'll see what happens. Alrighty, this should only take us a few more minutes to get this done. Probably by the time I get finished, the pea harvester will be full again. We've been repairing stuff. Pretty much everything's repaired, except for the spinach harvester, but that'll get repaired. Or did I repair that? I may have repaired that at the end of last stream. We don't have nothing that's too worn down. Well, the MacDon's worn down, but the header is in good shape. So that should not affect the yield. I guess it all depends on how it's coated on the MacDon. I don't think we'll be selling a toy this stream, so no $50,000 coming in there. And of course the wagon, that's going to take forever. Alright, couldn't even get this field done. Pea harvester again. I'm kind of in a box here. We'll just cut across. We'll have to go over some of our crop. On hard economy, the toy maker gives you 50,000. But we actually get more than that because I think it's now selling the toy at the small farmer's kiosk, so I get a pretty good bonus. Sometimes we get like 64,000 for it. Alright, let's get this off to the side here. Alright, that harvest will continue for about 2 minutes. I'm thinking in real life with that oxbow pea harvester, when they're harvesting the fields, they probably just have a trailer always right there, just constantly unloading it. Hello, Inubase. Welcome. Hope your day is going well. So definitely want to get these hay bales picked up before the tornado comes around. Get everything put away. Alright, hay bales complete. And actually spit out the other bale that's inside the baler, because next thing this baler is going to be doing is straw from the oat field. I'm going to leave that there. All right. Into the John Deere S7. Hello, John Deere fan, as I jump into a John Deere harvester. All right, let's pick up these oats. Oh, it should be in a straw swath, which it is. Sorry for posting more than once. Guess chat's going too fast. Haven't seen much coming over from you, Branding Iron, to be honest with you. You're good on this end, as far as I'm concerned. Hello, Ninja. How you doing today? All right. Pea harvester is full again. Dismiss the worker, lift up the belt as high as it goes. Do the moonwalk back to the trailer. And get this out of the way. All right, back down to the John Deere S7. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of jumping around today. A lot of stuff to get to. And really, the storm could be here at 11. You know how the forecast can be once in a while. Already got the cloths over here with the bigger trailer, so we can just unload into there. I'm doing pretty good, John Deere. Like I said, hopefully your day has been going pretty good. It's been a while since I actually looked into solar panels myself. I was going to get solar panels for my house because of where I live. And I was looking at the cost of solar panels, how much I could actually save or earn from them per month, and how long they would last before I had to replace them. And basically, when I did all the math, I was going to pretty much break even. So it was not. I figured it wasn't worth the hassle. But solar panels, I'm sure, have come a long way since I looked at them years ago. So they might benefit you more. Yep, there is a tornado on the weather. We know that. That's why we're kind of keeping the time scale at 1, trying to get all the harvest that is done, needs to be done for the day before it comes along. Hello, Samuel. Welcome. Combines, this one's getting full, so we'll get this one full while it's unloading. We'll switch up and go empty out the pea harvester. The loan's down to $500,000. Just 500,000 is all we owe on it left. What header is that, please? The header I'm using on the John Deere right now, that is the MacDon header for picking up swaths. You unload it to there. And I'm just not lucking out on the pea harvester being on the correct side. In the peas go. So I've been renting a lot of equipment starting a new game. My question would be, is it more efficient finance-wise to lease rather than purchase, considering the upkeep? I mean, it depends. So, something like the cotton module harvester, which is next on my shopping list, for this farm anyways, I would say leasing that would be better than buying. As long as you get all your harvest done on the same day. Because you could lease that, you can lease it one time per year. And it only costs like $24,000. So you'd have to play a lot of years even if you play 10 years, you're talking $250,000 worth of leasing fees for the cotton module harvester if you don't go over an hour, compared to a full price one, which is like 480,000. So like leasing a cotton module harvester once a year is worth leasing. When it comes to like tractors and things like that, leasing may not be the way to go, because you basically need a tractor every month that you're farming. So leasing one 24/7 may not be the way to go. Things like these oxbow harvesters, they may be good to lease, not buy. Yeah, it all comes down to how much are you actually using the equipment. If you're going to be using it a lot and very often, you're probably better off buying it rather than leasing it. Don't want to get out and move my tractor. I'm that lazy. Yeah, I would say you probably want to buy stuff like your drill and planter, unless you're doing crops that can all be planted in the same month. So if you're just doing like wheat and barley only, you could lease the drill, because you can drill them both in the same month and return it, and you're done with it. Best way to make money is not actually on the crops, but in productions. Do I need to wait to larger fields? Year one crop, 30,000, 10 times that in lettuce alone. Well, most things that you put into a production building is going to profit you more money, because you're putting it more down the line. So productions are going to make you more money than selling something straight up off a field. But there are a few productions that either don't really make you any extra money, you pretty much break even, and there are a couple productions that will actually make you lose money. And the pea harvester full again. Yeah, the pea harvesting, I'm starting to feel like this may be the only series I do it on. Green beans and spinach is fine because those harvesters can go a while. But the pea harvester fills up fast because it only holds like less than 4,000 liters. And then you got to deal with the belt trying to unload on a short trailer. Alright, let's dump these oats into the trailer. Well, you're right next to the JCB, so that's nice. And for once in a while, you're actually on the correct side I needed you to be on. I think my approach, I think I need to pull out in front of it, then just back up to the belt. If there's only a way I could get the worker to just maximize the height of the belt every time it goes to unload. Not happy with that anywhere. Alright, let me get in there and raise the belt. I'm trying to figure out if I want to, after this year, if I want to do more peas, maybe let's do a couple of green bean fields. Let's see. MacDon's going to need to be moved. And I am done with this header for the year. Alright, just drive this forward, get it out of the way. The straw, I'm not too worried about leaving in the field. If the tornado happens to come through here and take some straw, not the end of the world, but definitely want to get the crop out of the ground. Alright. Starting to feel a little bit better, getting all this crop up. Yeah, so I saw a couple of people ask about the loan. I think I mentioned that. That's at $500,000. And our goal should have that paid off at the end of the year. But the next $500,000 is going towards the Case cotton module harvester, even though I said it's best to lease it. We're just going to go ahead and buy it because we're going to have plenty of money here on the farm moving forward. So after we spend the next $1 million on the cotton module harvester and pay off the loan, then it's start swapping out a couple pieces of equipment that need to be swapped out. Still going to end up buying the CR11 combine at some point, probably next year. And then take it one step at a time. Is peas a good harvest? I mean, if you look at the financial side of it, just go to the economy page, it does look like it's good, but they don't yield that well. That's why the price for them per 1,000 is pretty good. I'm pretty sure someone, if it's not one a video out there yet on it, I'm pretty sure someone may have done what's the most profitable crop. And although sometimes I watch those videos on the most profitable crop, and it's like, you didn't test it out well enough as far as I was concerned. That's just me. Hello, Shane. Good morning. All right, let's go take care of the pea harvester again. Yeah, I'm not going to hassle with it. I'm just going to dismiss the worker, raise the bell. Man, you really got to get right underneath that thing. But hello, Jason. Hope your Monday is going well. If things are going well with you. Yeah, the green beans and peas are good for you, but they sure are a hassle to harvest. At least the peas are anyways. Let's go ahead and get these oats all picked up and put them in to the grain mill. Start chugging away, making some flour. And after I get done with this, I think we'll quickly pick up the hay bales and put those away. And then grab the case magnum after that. And then get started on the poplar harvest. We'll start with a smaller field. Not going to get the rest of this field into the combine, am I? Not quite. In it goes. Does this game not have some sort of lobby or server browser? Well, when you log into the game, you can go to multiplayer. You just got to find a server that's like open. Probably most servers are going to have a password on it. I don't think Farming Simulator has a chat feature which you can ask players to come join you. Actually, I probably could have got all those oats into the combine. Only got 236 liters right there. All right, let me park the combine over here. Okay, head on down the road and dump these oats on in. And surprise, surprise, the pea harvester is full. Got to make sure I activate the oat flour. And grain mill, oat flour up here, activate. The one thing I did want to see, so up to 44 liters. I brought wool down to be processed in the rope, and I do have the rope on distributing. I want to see if that will distribute up to the wagon builder. Or at least that's my hope. But someone said the wood does not get distributed to the toy maker after they bought it, so I wonder if the rope will get distributed. And I can't remember if this gets distributed, does it have to reach 1,000 liters, or will it just distribute whatever it has in the storage? Have to wait and see. As for the wagon builder, it looks like they're going to use all the rope first, which, yeah, it does kind of suck because the rope is what we're short on. Let's jump up to here. When someone does come out with a modded pea harvester, this will be a little bit more enjoyable. It's only somewhat enjoyable now because it's a new crop. in Farming Simulator 25. Get back to work there. I'll get the JCB out of your way. Let's get this back to the farm. Trailer will be needed in a while for the poplar harvest. And we'll put the cloths into the shed to protect it from the elements of the weather. Alright, you're safe in the shed. I mean, you'd be safe anywhere, but for the most part, you're fine. Alright, jump up here, enter vehicle. Alright, let's grab 14 bales. Again, all these hay bales are for the sheep, goats, and cows, water buffalo. Yeah, not going to be able to pick up all of these, but we'll get most of them. Of course, like I said, this could be like our 4th or 5th tornado, and we have been escaping damage on all of them. It looks like I'll leave 2 bales in the field. Well, once I get to the poplar harvest, it's going to be kind of like a seesaw battle between me harvesting the poplar and jumping back to the pea harvester. I guess because I just realized since I got the lumberjack mod, I could actually go around and start clearing up some of the trees that got torn up, and I could replant trees on the map. There are a lot of snapped trees on the map as it is. All right, Bob Hope, thanks for dropping on in today. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. So now we got straw, hay bales, and you can see pallets of eggs in here. All right, so to the store. Forage harvesting. We need the Lacotech 3-point link forage harvester adapter. Almost said buy. We want to lease that. And then we need this header right here. So that was $8,000 to lease those two. Come back to that in just a moment. Terry, mods did drop on the mod hub about 2 hours ago. Unless you're referring to more mods since then. All these peas are going right to the cannery to be canned. Nope, don't back into my JCB. Give me a moment. Alright, let me unload that. While it's unloading, I just want to refresh the mod hub. Yeah, it's the same mods that were on there earlier. Just wanted to be sure. Well, you never know. Could be always an interesting mod I want to use right away. But same ones that were there a couple hours ago. Alright, pea harvest is about halfway done. Now let's jump back into the case, get down to the store. and we can get to the poplar harvesting. I think I'm doing fine on fuel. The other thing I don't remember what it said in the description about tornadoes, but do tornadoes pick up pallets? Because I got a lot of pallets of like goat cheese just sitting outside, so might want to pick those up if wherever the tornado spawns. We'll have to have a look, see where it's headed to, and if it heads for my dairy productions, I may want to go around there and pick those things up. Because that'd be like hundreds of thousands of dollars of goat cheese just thrown away, basically. Can't even get down to the store to get the equipment before the peat harvester's full. Oh. I don't remember the Voltra having this problem. Or did I use... I may have... I may have come down with the trailer before I picked him up before. Well, I'm going to go down the road with it lowered. Do you remember mod that had stuff ordered at the store or menu and delivered to your farm? Yes, and that mod I do believe is already available in FS25 as well. So if you don't know what Robert is talking about there was a mod, and I do believe there is a mod in FS25, where if you buy something at the store, you can have it spawn at your farm for a small fee. All right, back up to the pea harvester. Yeah, this might be the last time I do a pea harvest on this farm, actually. Come on, unload. I heard you start to unload. All right. Alright, hire a worker. I get stuck in in between the machines. All right, now time for the poplar harvest. Yeah, I think I've had my fulfill of doing pea harvest. It's only our second year doing pea harvesting. I'd rather have 2 fields of green beans and 1 field of spinach. I'm not going to sell the pea harvest, though. We'll keep it on the farm. It's not really the trailer that, I mean, yeah, the trailer is a little bit of it. But it's a matter of the capacity of the pea harvester itself. You can't really get a whole lot of other work done because you're constantly just going back and forth is one thing. And really, by the time we get to next summer, this farm is not going to have a loan, and we're going to have pretty much everything. There's still going to be stuff on the shopping list to get. But overall, the farm is not going to be hurting for money, so. Columns release on Mod Hub. Yep, Columns Farms is on the Mod Hub. So as long as I can harvest and get this field done, which we will, before the tornado hits, that pretty much just leaves the other poplar field. I mean, yeah, we still got our rice fields and a spinach and green bean field that have crops in it. But we're getting the majority of the money put away for safekeeping. So for those that don't know, the crop that's in the ground is poplar, and we're using a machine that chops down the poplar and creates it into wood chips. Poplar is basically like a big bush with a lot of little limbs off of it, so you get some wood chips out of it. Can AI do poplar harvest? The answer is yes. Yes, it can. But it's just another one of those jobs that, even though I got like a 47,000 liter trailer, it's going to fill up rather quick. Just like our pea harvester, which is full again. All I really have to do is just barely adjust the belt. Should make $1 billion for sure. We're not going to be making that money today. Wood chips has got to go into storage. It's only middle of summer. Wood chips don't sell until winter. I mean, actual money coming in, probably won't be making anything today, honestly. This is just going right up into our silo up the road. I'm also thinking we may not be doing Poplar that much longer either. Maybe do it for one more year to help fund for the CR11. Yeah, it does look a little bit better up here with the pavement down, so we're not just driving on plain old dirt. I really don't want to count the money until it's actually sold. I can see that message branding, at least. And hope the lunch was pretty good. No, Poplar is still worth it. Poplar is still very much worth a crop in doing. But I'm just saying, at least for our farm here on this map, you know, we might start just doing some other stuff. Like I said, we might be changing up our plans, what we do here. Because I pretty much have almost achieved everything that we needed to do here. I mean, really, the last thing, when I started the series, the last thing I need to do is pay off the loan, which is not going to be hard to do. All right, Samuel, thanks for dropping on in today. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, OKS Gamer. Welcome. Hope your Monday is going well. Get rid of what thing? I'm guessing I missed the notification that the pea harvester is full because it's we gone too long. So I'm sure it's full and I just missed the notification on it. I'll turn that off for a minute. I'm not worried about the loan. I'm just saying it's the last thing that... Can we get to the JCB? The loan's just the last thing from when I originally started the series. We have accomplished everything except for paying off the loan. It's not like I'm concerned about it. It's going to get paid off this year. Let's see, trailer's halfway full, so I can go a few more loads. All right, back down into the case on the other side of the map. I think we'll keep the Poplar for one more year. And then if we're here longer than that, then we'll maybe start planting some other type of crops. I know some people want to see like corn and sunflower, canola. Those type of crops I haven't done in 25 yet. Been using that for setup for chaffing. And when I hire a worker, he basically does figure eights at the end of each row. I didn't try it for that far to see if you could use a worker on it, which I could. Alright, let's see if I can get another pass done before the pea harvester's full. Figured out how to tell what rows I've done with the MacDon header. Well, it depends on, it should be, you should be able to see the color difference. Yeah, I think the reason why I want to do the poplar just one more year, because this should regrow. In August, it should have regrown, which means this poplar will be ready again for the following winter. And I think after that, there'll be time to tear it up and just do something else, because we're not going to need the money at that point. I know it sounds weird saying that. Can't tell because your bad eyes. Well, at least you have a way to figure it out now, which is good. I think when I go empty out the pea harvest here in just a second, I'm going to recheck the forecast. Because the forecast shows it for every 2 hours, so the tornado could actually be here at 11, not 12. But I should be able to finish off this field. And I would think the pea harvesting will be done, because we're only running at real time. Should be able to be done with the pea harvest. Alright, you were going there for a second. There we go. You've had about 5 different procedures done in your eyes. Well, that could cause a problem, I guess. Caesar salad for opening dinner. I like salads, but for some reason in the wintertime I don't. I'm more of a salad guy in the summer. But when winter comes, I'd rather have soup, I suppose. That's just me. You know what? I'll go deliver this trailer into the cannery. keep forgetting the worker has not done a strip over here, so I gotta go through the... Gotta keep going through the same section where I've already destroyed the crop. All right, let's see what that forecast is showing. Well, I'm not getting the 11 o'clock forecast, but still shows 12 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't like the pea harvester because if you turn it a bit, destroys the crop. Well, the green bean and spinach harvester kind of does the same thing. At first I tried not to destroy any crop, but then I learned to let it go. Not much I can really control there about destroying some crop. Alright, back down to here. Maybe when I get done with this field, I'm going to hire a worker to start on the other poplar field just to get it going. And we'll see how it does. Won't do it for too long though, because it's going to be just like the pea harvester. Every 2 minutes or so it's going to be full of wood chips. Pretty sure someone will come up with a mod for the oxbow where maybe the headers can be changed and you just have one combine or harvester. Mark Thor seems to be the modder that may do something like that. Pea harvest is full. I'm just about full. Comms and Farm is a beefy download. It could be just a little. There's a lot of people downloading it off the server and the server's overwhelmed. What's the size file of that here? It's only 700 megs, so it's not that big of a file. Wish Giants would have either allowed those sunflowers that Somerset farms regrow, or give a 1 1/2 meter planter so bad. Looking that they never regrow. Yeah, I was hoping maybe they'll fix that in the patch. All right, Terry, thanks for dropping on in. Have a good rest of your day. How long does it take for Poplar to be ready for harvest? About a year. A little over a year. See, I mean, you do make a lot of money off Poplar and selling the wood chips in the wintertime. But it does tie up your field for more than 12 months. I think it's like, I think I've been noticing it's like 14 months is from plant to harvest. Hello, Burley. How you doing today? There's only one header for Poplar, and that's the New Holland. That's it. That's the only in-game Poplar header that for a forage harvester. Nope, everything must go on this pass here. You get in the header as well, thank you. As for the tornado, the forecast, we can look at the forecast. It shows every 2 hours for the next month. So it just shows it'll be here at noon. But since I don't see the forecast, because the forecast goes from 10 to noon, so it could be here at 11. It just gets here when it gets here. Not much we can do about it other than just keep on farming and see where the tornado spawns when it shows up. All right, let's dump this into the silo, and we're going to try our worker here for a little bit and see what they do. Jason donating 5 memberships to the community. Thank you so much, sir. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you. Alright, well, we're going to watch him just for a second, see what happens here. This does not look very efficient as of yet. Alright, maybe it's better I close my eyes. Just let them do the thing, see what happens. And we'll see what happens. Yes, pea harvester. Alright, you're facing that way. Thank you again, Jason. Welcome to the new members. Every time I think I'm close enough, I should know better that this harvester has to be like right on top of a trailer. Alright, get you back to work. Alright, so not much more of the pea harvest left. Thankfully, because it's going to be a task. Let's see. How are we doing down? Where are we here? Yeah, it's doing the corners kind of like the vegetable harvesters do. Not the best. I mean, it could do better. In your base, after this harvest, you can circle around the pea harvester and set it ablaze. Because I think I'm done with the pea harvester after this year. It'll be like a lawn ornament for the farm. We'll just put it out front and display it. This is why I don't really want to use the AI worker for the wood chips, because it is going to fill up fast like the pea harvester, so I have to just stop it here. Probably be the best. And we'll empty it out. Not the safest thing to do in real life, taking all these wood chips and putting them into a silo. Especially in the summertime, the silo would probably catch on fire. I mean, it's doing the headland all right. So, I mean, if you got, like, other work going on, it's not doing that bad of a job. And luckily with the Poplar, when it's ready for harvest, you can't destroy it. As for the corner, I don't really care for what it's doing, but it's doing something. Wait, what are you doing now? You know, I am paying by the hour for this equipment here, there, sir. All right, I think we'll handle that. Think we got to keep handling that ourselves. Right, see if I can. I want to get here before the belt comes out. Aha! Timed it just right that time. But why do I have a funny feeling? Because I've done this before. You can see the combine, or sorry, harvester is off the ground. I think when I back up, he may go straight on down the field and not finish the row. And that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Well, I mean, yeah, the job's getting done, but anyways. Let me do the wood chipping here. So once the pea harvest is done, which is not much longer, we'll stop doing the wood chipping. I'm not going to get all this wood chipping done by then. And we may just get to where the tornado appears and see what happens. See where it spawns, see where it goes. Let's see if I just go. We'll just go right up through here, be good. Just split the field in half just to make it look like I don't have as much to do. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all got to get harvested, but just it's a mind trick that I play in myself. Divide the field in half so it doesn't look as big as it does. I'm like, oh, I got so much more to do. The hay bales, we took a load back to the farm. Yes, we got 2 bales still in the field, so not that much of a priority. And really, as we showed, it was like about a month and a half ago when another tornado spawned. I took a bale around, and basically the tornado has to be right on top of the bale to suck it up. So unless it goes right over it, not going to be too concerned about it. And when we go to sell the wood chips this upcoming winter, I will probably lease the TARDIS trailer. Just so I don't have to make too many trips back and forth. What I do with the store deliveries mod is I buy the equipment I need at the time, then set them to spawn point back at the farm, then reset the equipment. That way I'm not delivery charge. Kind of lost me a little bit on that. Oh, so yeah, if you reset, it's going to reset back at the farm. Okay, I think I got you there. Well, the reset goes back to the store. I never used that mod before, so I don't know if the reset works as the same as buying. Why not buy the TARDIS trailer? I'm just trying to keep it more realistic as much as I can. But at the same time, see, I don't mind using a normal trailer like we are here, because I'm just going to the silo with it. But when winter comes and I gotta deliver over 500,000 liters of wood chips, because I did it for like the first couple of times, so watching me go back and forth from the silo to the sell point like 10, 12 times, depending on how many wood chips and the size of the trailer. I think it took us like 45 minutes just to sell wood chips, so I'm just trying to, when it comes time to sell them, I just want to reduce the time it takes to sell them, that's all. I try to keep the series mostly realistic without... I mean, if something were to take a lot of time, where it starts taking away from the entertainment value of it, then that's when you gotta start looking at using some mods to help along with the process. I don't own a TARDIS trailer. We're just going to lease it because it's not that expensive. Alright, so it's been 30 seconds, so I'm sure the pea harvester must be full, and I may have missed it. Let's see, spin around like this. No apologies needed. It's hard to, it's not like it's your Let's Play, so it's going to be hard for you to remember if I leased it, bought it. Yeah, this is going to be our last pea harvest, I do believe. At least I can say I gave it a go. All right, and get back to this. Now, like I said, once the pea harvest is done, We'll take a break from doing the wood chip as well. And we will see where the tornado decides to make an appearance. I mean, already we got a lot done today. The pea harvest is just about done. The grass field has been cut, tedded, windrowed, and baled. The oat fields have been harvested and then swathed up. And we got one poplar field done, and this will be like a third of the way done. Yeah, there is a shorter trailer that someone suggested. I do have it loaded, but the trailer costs like $150,000. The thing is, though, even driving up beside the pea harvester, like with the JCB hits the belt. And why buy the TARDIS trailer if I'm just going to use it for one time per year? Yeah, I know it's only $30,000, but I could lease it for like $1,500. And since we've been kind of watching our pennies and dollars on this farm for 11 years, as much as we can, I don't want to buy a trailer when I'm just going to use it for 3 minutes a season when I could lease it for a lot cheap. Same thing, I'm leasing the forage harvester and the New Holland header for the Poplar. Don't know how many liters of wood chips we got so far. Well, 350,000 liters of wood chips so far. All right, let's keep on digging into these things. Oh, the pea harvester is full. I missed the 80% marker. Thankfully, we're just about done. Then we'll wash the pea harvester and set up for decoration. If you have the game on 5 times speed versus 1 time speed and you harvest Poplar and it takes the same amount of time to harvest, you pay 5 times the amount because of the game speed. If we're talking about leasing fees are just done by real time. So you could have the game speed at 360 if you wanted to, but the leasing fee is done by a real hour, not in game time. Same thing with worker fees. The workers will get paid every hour in game, but they make the same per real-time hour. So in the same aspect, slowing down speed to like 0.5, you're not going to save yourself money on leasing costs by not going over the hour, because it's done by real time. So all we know is we saw the forecast for 10 o'clock and we saw the forecast for 12. And the forecast changes on the hour, so in about 4 minutes time, the tornado technically could be here. And if it does show up, well, I'm still happy with what we got done before it did get here. And I could be thinking all about the tornado, and it may not even be close to our farm whatsoever. Oh, I keep forgetting. I also don't want the tornado to rip through our new cotton field. Almost forgot about our new cotton field over there. Yeah, for those who have or missed the end of last stream, we did buy the wagon builder. So that's why I kind of went with the cotton, just because we'll make much more rope that way. Not that the wagon requires that much rope per wagon, but financially, looking at the cost of cotton and wool, and then the price of rope, you make money going from cotton to rope. You actually lose money going from wool to rope. All right, let's see what the pea harvester's up to. Well, it's kind of making its last pass, but it has missed sections. Let's see if the worker quits at the end of this row, or is it going to go around and pick up the other pieces? The worker says, I'm done. All right, so we'll finish this up. May actually have to go empty out the trailer before I can empty it in again. We'll see. Well, 11 o'clock is here in the forecast. Is still showing sun. So I'm guessing the tornado won't be here until noon anyways. But as I said, once I get this pea harvest done here, we'll speed up time to 12 and enjoy the show. If you haven't seen a tornado yet, you're about to in about 5 minutes or so. Seems like a lot of vegetation comes out of the harvester. Compared to what's going in the harvester. Yeah, but next year, the field in front of us, which is now a green bean field, that will probably be the spinach field next year. And then this field and that one across the road over there, which is now a spinach field, those two will be green bean fields. I think I had my fulfill of the Oxbow. The EPD 540E. I wonder if they do sell like a belt in real life that extends for this machine. Oh yeah, while we're up here with the trailer, I need to put more spinach, I think, into the canning factory. Seems very calm that a tornado is coming. Well, it's a game, so it's not that big of a deal. But this will be like our 4th or 5th tornado. And the only thing a tornado is going to hurt is the crops. That's it. It doesn't really affect the buildings or your animals or anything like that. Okay, now the pea harvest. And my last pea harvest for a while is done. I don't think I'd even want to do a contract on another map for a while. Just a hassle of a harvester to really use. Ah, really? Gonna leave me with 311 liters in there? One destroyed building over by Field 18. So you put down a constructible building? Because it should only destroy the constructible buildings, not just the pre-built ones. I only have one constructible building down. That's our log cabin. I don't expect it to hit that. But even if it did, not that big of a deal because we got the sawmill and cement factory still. Yeah, but a tornado will damage, destroy a constructible building. Hello, Miles. How you been? Good Monday to you. Oh, it already emptied out. I mean, it was only 300 liters, so... That should be a thing, to be fair, because it will in real life destroy buildings. Well, we gotta remember, this is farming simulator, not construction simulator. If we had to rebuild all the houses that's been destroyed while we're touched by a tornado in this series, I'd still be rebuilding them, I think. Alright, let's get these 311 liters of peas into the canning production. How much spinach do I have in the canning production? I don't want to put too much in there because we got another harvest to go. Spinach, 70,000 liters. Yeah, we'll put a trailer's worth in there. It's got to get to September, which I think it would get to. There it is. I'm like, spinach is there somewhere. You know what I would like on a silo? So instead of scrolling through like we do there, if they just had like a drop-down menu. So when you go into your silo, if it says fills up, it just has a list of crops. You can scroll the mouse wheel or whatever you use on console. That way you can see more. No, the pea harvest, peas are like soybeans. You don't get that much of it. I mean, we barely got any amount of peas in here. See, we're at 81,000 liters. A hole's 240. The peas don't harvest that well. That's why the price on them is so high compared to the other stuff. For now, I'm just going to park this right here. Just want to say you're the best streamer. I appreciate that. I'll watch you play a Loft, too. Yeah, Loft is definitely, well, it's a really different type of game than what this is, but definitely is its own thing. Let me go ahead and put this in flight mode. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward time here at 360. Alright, so here comes the rain. May take a second for the tornado to spawn in. Let's have a quick 360 of the map here. And we'll just go to the center of town, which is usually right where the store is. And now we wait. So that field right there, that's our cotton field. We don't want to see, and our poplar field is right there. So we still got crop in those two fields. Don't really want to see it down there. And our rice fields are these mirror-like fields. That's the water. But it's a rice field, rice field, rice field. And of course we got our spinach field. Wait, where are we? Yeah, spinach field is like right here-ish. And our green bean field is like right there. And of course our main farm is back there where our house is. Like right about there. Which could get destroyed by the tornado or damaged. But most of the tornadoes have been spawning like up in this area. Did you see the new mods on Mod Hub? Yep. Everyone's, sounds like people are flooding the server downloading columns and farms, because I see a lot of people saying it's taking a while to download. Let's see, if I put it at times... Put it at times 15, because the tornado is not going to spawn right when the rain starts. I think it's maybe like a half hour after, possibly. Not much I can do while it's raining. I think the one thing I should check on, because it's been a while, on the animals. Yeah, the animals are... Alright, the animals are all fed, so they're good. Animals are fine. I think I would be able to see the tornado from center of town. We always seem to see it once it spawns. Just gotta keep spinning around here. Uh-oh. There it is. And that's up by our green bean field and spinach field. So, alright, we are going to lose some green beans. Now we just got to figure out which way that is going. Okay, it looks like it's going that direction. So I don't think it's going to hit the spinach field. And if that's all I lose on green beans, I'm fine with that. Hello, Pac Memento. Thanks for stopping on in on a marvelous Monday. Well, somewhat marvelous. We do have a Twister showing up here. I mean, if that's all I lose is that little bit of green beans, that's fine. I mean, that may be like 500 liters of green beans. As far as I know, the tornadoes just go in a straight line. Once they start moving, they go in a straight line. Wait a minute. It's actually going... Okay, wait a minute. And now it is headed for the spinach field. Question is it going to get over enough to destroy the spinach? So yeah, as for the shed, like it's going over a shed, that's a placeable shed, not a building one. Alright, so it is going to go right through our spinach field. So, I mean, of all the crops I'm losing, spinach isn't like the worst one to lose. Wait, I'm not losing any spinach? Why are we not losing spinach? Is the crop not grown enough to destroy the crop? So that's interesting. The crop is not mature enough for the tornado to destroy it. Well, I mean, I lucked out in the spinach field, I guess. Let's see. I don't think it's going to last long enough to get down. It's headed towards our main farm, but I don't think it's going to get there. You can see what it's doing to the... I'm trying to stay a little bit away from it because it is kind of loud. If you watch the trees, it will snap the trees in half. If you haven't seen one before, by the way. This is, like I said, this is like our 4th or 5th tornado. And like a real tornado, just like that, it's gone. But, yeah, the spinach field did not take no damage whatsoever. You can see what it did to the pea field, so, and we lost very little green beans. So considering what happened, and yeah, it doesn't damage the buildable sheds, but if it was a constructible shed, it would have damaged it. And if you're wondering what's the difference between what am I talking about? So if you go into constructions, you got your normal sheds that you can just buy completely built. But if it was a constructible shed, like these, it would have damaged it, and I would have had to bring up some cement, bricks, or whatever it may have needed to repair it. But a regular silo shed, it doesn't damage. Well, all right. I mean, I guess I got lucky on the spinach. I was actually expecting it to... When I saw it going there, I was like, all right, we're going to lose some spinach. Not that big of a deal, I guess. But since the crop is in the early stages of growing, it can't damage it. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine. So now we kind of know if you see a tornado coming and it's like April or whatever, you just planted your crops and they have grown. Don't worry about it too much. Looks like the first growth stage. You're good to go. Let me just double check the forecast again. All right, so I think we're good. I think we're good for the rest of the month. But speaking of, I need to get back down to here. And I need to get back to harvesting the wood chips. Hopefully this will only take about 15 or 20 minutes or so. Maybe not even that long, we'll see. Hello Drifter, how you doing? Thanks for dropping on in. You're dropping on in just like that tornado just did. And welcome back, Bob. What a time to tune back in. I mean, I have seen some of you people saying, oh, I played 6-7 years and you haven't seen a tornado yet. And that was like like I said, our fourth or fifth one that we have had. And there's not a setting they can do in game to have it spawn more or less. It's just I forgot what Giant said back in the summer. I want to say they said a 20% chance for a tornado to spawn every year. Of course, Snowplow comes by after I shovel and sit down with a cup of coffee to watch. Yeah, they know. We've all been there. Anyone that lives in a snowy region, we've all been there. You finish shoveling or doing whatever you do, get it all nice and cleared out. You get back inside. You put on your comfy clothes, take off your outside clothes, put on your comfy clothes, get set down, and you hear the rumbling of the snowplow coming on through. Well, considering what could have been today with that tornado, I got by pretty lucky with that. But now we can say we've officially gotten some damage from a tornado. So I hope you enjoyed my last pea harvest for a long time today. Now, could you imagine if a tornado actually could damage like the sheds in your equipment? Because on a hard economy, if it were to damage my equipment, I would just Alt F4 and call it a day. So like I said at the beginning of the stream, not a whole lot of money will be actually coming in today. But with all the harvesting that we're doing it, and we are making products, so I mean, we're making money. Is this not showing up in the financial side of things as of yet? Those canned peas will sell pretty darn good. The oats grain is being made into flour so we can make noodle soup. And of course, the wood chips will sell in the winter and make a good chunk of change. I think I just lost 150 hours on Riverbend Springs. Save is corrupted and running at 1 FPS, literally. Have you activated any new mods since the last time you played? That would be the first thing I would check, is if you activated any new mods, make sure you turn those off and go back in and see what happens. And if that is not the case, if you're on PC, if you're playing on a computer, if you go into your farming simulator files, in case you didn't know this, you should see a folder called backup saves, and you can go in there and you'll have actually backup saves, save files from your save game. It won't be just a recent one, but it'll have like 3 or 4 older saves. It may be like from an hour or 2 from when you last saved it. But there are backup files you can try. Yeah, so if you're on Bob, if you're on PC, and you know where your farming simulator files are, there should be a folder in there that says, I think it's called backup files or something like that. But your farming simulator files should be like on Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 25. Click on that, and it'll say like backup saves or backup files or something like that. And more than likely, I'm going to guess you're on the save file number 1, so you're looking for like save game 1, and you'll see the date and time it last saved it on the backup. I mean, the first thing I would do also is just exit Farming Simulator completely and just retry the save. It could have been just it didn't load up correctly. Yeah, nothing worse than putting in a lot of hours on a farm and then you get a corrupted file because something didn't save correctly. So the one thing I'm going to want to check is once I get done with this, just other than take care of the animals and make sure the production buildings are doing what they should be, I think we'll just go around to the month of August. I want to see if the toy maker and the wagon builder are getting the materials. So I have them on distribute. So I'd be interested to see if it does work. I've been told, though, the toy maker does not. So if the toy maker doesn't work, I'm guessing the wagon builder won't either. Nice having this silo just at the top of the hill. I wonder how many liters of wood chips we're at now. Got to be somewhere near 500,000, or at least over that. Oh, okay, 502,000. Yeah, anytime you play, if you play a game a lot, it's always good to know where the save files go to. Yeah, some games will save them on the Steam app, through the Steam app folders. Some will go to their specific folder on your documents folders. Tricky one I had years ago, I think it was Lumberjacks Dynasty, where they had the social point bug where you would complete a task and you're supposed to get like 600 like social points, but then it wouldn't stop climbing and ended up with so many social points. So I had to dig this for the save file, find the point where it said social points, had to recorrect it because I didn't want to give myself that many social points. I think that was Lumberjacks Dynasty that did that. So the first Poplar field I did, that actually probably could use some lime, but actually this field might need lime now as well. It will require to be plowed, but then that gets rid of the poplar, so we have to ignore the plowing part of it. It's going to have stones in it. I don't know if I go over with a stone picker if it would take out the crop with it. But since stones only really damage your equipment, and this is not my equipment we're using, I'm not going to care too much about it. What did you miss? The tornado. And we did find out something about the tornado, and that is the tornado will not affect a crop in the early growth stages because it hit our green bean field and we lost very little green beans, and it went right over the center of our spinach field and didn't do any damage on the spinach field whatsoever because the spinach is still in a very early growth stage. You have a separate save for your ATS profile. I hate to lose that one with all the hours I have. I haven't had any issues with ATS, but now I set it, I probably will next time I log in. Oh, I got a full trailer, not paying attention. Yeah, it would really suck if I lost it. If I lost my realistic economy mod profile on ATS. That series on ATS seems to get popular and popular the longer it goes on. No, baling, you cannot hire an AI worker with a baler. Skender, if you just go back about 10-15 minutes, you should be able to see the tornado. Tornado spawned right between our green bean and pea field, and then went right towards the spinach, right through the center of the spinach field, went right over the shed, But of course, we got no damage because that's just a regular shed, not a constructible. The ravioli and chocolate mousse at the end hit the spot. That does sound very good. Actually, I would expect the next state for ATS to come out in like the next month or so, I would assume. Iowa, I think, is the next state. At least that was the next one in line. So no more pea harvesting. I'm done with that. And after this year, we'll just do one more year of poplar harvesting, and yeah, that'll be done with poplar harvesting on this map. Big guy can cook. It's a gift. Just remember that next time, Skender, when you start hearing Leonard Skinner playing. Hey, Bob, welcome to the membership club on Salted Club. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. Oh, you found your backup saves and it's working? Well, that's good. If you may have lost, like, what, about an hour, maybe two. It all depends on when the backup saves. I don't look at the backup saves that often to know how far between they go, but I'm glad you found your backup save, and it sounds like you're good to go. Lost about an hour? Well, that's not that bad. I mean, just losing an hour or the whole save, I'd rather lose an hour. Unless you were doing pea harvesting. Do you have a temple on the Hutan Pentai map? I don't play on the Hutan Pentai map, and I don't plan to. The more I see of the Hutan Pentai map, the more I don't want to play it. Did peas once on number 6 and plowed to never be seen again. I hate to say it, the only thing that's putting a downside to everyone on the peas is just the harvester. I can get by with the low capacity of the harvester. I can get by on that. But that the unloading belt is just a pain. Let me go dump this into the silo and see if I can get the rest of the poplar in one more trailer load. I haven't played since 17, so all those hours were just 3 years getting everything set up. That's a big change going from FS17 to FS25. It's not that it's hooting. I give it a couple of hours. It's just Asian. It has nothing to do with the location of it. I just don't like the way the map is laid out. I mean, I know there's a few maps that I love to play, and other people are like, I hate that map. So, we all have our taste. Alright, wood chips are just about done. I'm just glad we're down to these 2 fields again. So I'm going to keep an eye on the sawmill. Sawmill. And I want to see if long planks and planks are spawning there. Because if they are spawning there, that means they're not going to the toy maker. This harvester sounds like my router table. Well, I mean, in a way, it's both doing the same thing. We're tearing up wood. All right. I'm going to drop that off right there. Let's go to vehicles, leasing, return that, and return that. And we'll pile these into the mill, or the silo. Boy, I'm all over the place. I hate Colmsden, and the 25 version, I hate it more. There are so many people that were rolling over in their beds at night waiting for that map to come out. I mean, I love this map, but it's not a map once I get done with it. I don't see myself coming back to it. Alright, does this field need lime as well? I think it's showing it needed a lime there. Best way to tell is just to go to here. Yeah, so both of my poplar fields do require some lime, so maybe I'll put some lime down in it. Hope your favorite map comes on 25 Fox Farms. I like the big open fields. For all mess with any root crop and or soup factory, if you're asking should you do root crop and get the soup factory, I mean, it's either the canning factory or the soup factory. But definitely I would look at modded root crop harvesters. I mean, you can farm any way you like to. It's your farm. You may like using the base game stuff. As for like the vegetables, for like the parsnips, the red beet, and the carrots, I would definitely recommend not using the base game harvester because the harvester has no capacity, has like no hopper for the material. So basically you got to hire a worker for the base game harvester while you drive right beside it as it harvests, and you got to put it into the trailer as you go along. But there is a modded harvester on the mod hub for that. Alright, Bredal spreader. Let's go spread some lime. Alright, the other thing I haven't checked on since I logged in today is the store. And the only thing I'm looking at for a sale in the store is the Case Cotton Module Harvester. I probably would have fell out of my chair if it was actually here, but it's not. It'll be a brand new in 3 weeks. You know from who? I know of some maps that are in testing. I don't know everything that's going in through the mod hub, what's being put into testing. I just see what's on the Giants partner program Discord channel when some people talk about their maps. But I try not to say anything because I don't know if they want that known publicly. It's up to them to put it on their social media page. I would say you probably know more about it than I do. Oh, the Giants map? The only map I know about, and that's the one that will come out at the end of the year. That's the only one I know about, but everyone knows about it, but we don't know any information about it. I mean, maybe they'll do a release video, or not a release video, but a preview video of the map. But I haven't heard or seen anything from Giants saying they're going to release a map. Probably, if they do actually literally release the map, I probably wouldn't know about it until like 3 or 4 days before it actually does happen. So this poplar should grow back. Actually, should see it in the month of August where it'll have grown. Oh yeah, probably should come down and fertilize it too. Get the first stage back into it. Yeah, I think just one more year of poplar, and that would probably be good. It definitely would be out of the norm for Giants to release another map, one of their own maps this early. Unless they're bringing a map from like 22 over or something like that. Well, I am really glad though that tornado did not get near a cotton field, because I would like to make a lot of rope the first year. And really, since the wagon builder takes like 8 months, I think, to build a wagon, basically I only need about 2,000 liters of rope per year for the wagon builder, and the rest can be sold. Just waiting for a Big Flat Texas or a similar map. I mean, you always have the option of checking out third-party websites where you can find other maps. For the most part, most of them are pretty decent. If you know the modder themselves is the one uploading to those sites. One of those modders I used to talk to, but I haven't talked to him in a long time. Is it Kaz64? That does a lot of modded maps. I did a few of his maps back in 19. All right, we'll get the John Deere 3650 down here and fertilize those Poplar fields. And then should be able to fertilize them again first thing in the morning in August. Bob, one thing I would recommend if you're setting up a spinnery tailor production chain with cotton and wool, depending on your economy that you're on, I play on hard economy. If you look at what fabric sells for, and if you're good at math, I mean, it's not that hard to figure it out, though. Look at how much fabric sells for. Look at the ratio from fabric to clothing, and you should make more than what the ratio is offering. So I have, we're making fabric here, and I went to the clothing, and really I wasn't going to make hardly any money than what I can just sell the fabric for straight up. So basically I'd be buying the clothing production, and I would never get my money back on it, because I would never make enough money to offset that cost. But, if you just want to have fun making clothing, then, that's fine too. But not every production building is 100% worth doing sometimes. Now, if you're playing on like normal economy or easy economy, the ratio, not the ratio, but the pricing might be just a little bit different where you can actually make a good profit on it. See, if the tornado went right through our spinach field, right down the center, you can see the trees broken off in the distance right there. And our crop is fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with being on easy economy. Play the game as you see fit. I think the ratio is like what, 2 fabric for every. I think the ratio from fabric to clothing is like 2 to 1. And I'm just spitting out numbers here, but like fabric sells for like 1,000, and for every 1,000 liters of fabric to clothing, it would be almost the same. Skinner's going back out in the wilderness. Be careful out there, but have fun. Enjoy yourself, and good luck. Oh, wait. Did I get out of the zone? Must be out of the zone. Solid fertilizer, please. It's 4 to 2, so I mean, yeah, 4 to 2, 2 to 1. I mean, it's half. So, I mean, if you look at the price of fabric and clothing, you better be making more than double of what the fabric sells for. And on hard economy here, at least, it's pretty much double the price of fabric. So I'm basically getting the same price if I sold the fabric straight up. And as we have seen here, making rope out of wool, I lose money. So it was better that I just sell the wool straight up rather than making rope out of it. But making wool into fabric, I definitely make a profit from doing that. So the part where you can see the lime is staying in, that is where the poplar is not. And since I haven't harvested over that soil, the fertilizer is still in the ground, so it's not going to accept more than 2 applications. Yeah, if you're not too worried about it, Bob, don't get too into the. I mean, if you're not too worried about the financial side of things, and you just want to try things out, have fun with it, then yeah, don't be like, well, I'm not going to make that much money. But if you're going to have fun with it, that's the whole point of playing the game, to have fun. And if you're going from FS17, where unless you were in the mods back in FS17, and you never done productions before, productions in itself can be fun. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator since 15 and made a lot of videos on it since then, so I always play in hard economy, and I always try to look at the financial side of things, like, is it worth doing? And then sometimes I do things where it's like, it's fun doing, but we're not going to make money. I may even lose money, but sometimes I do it just to try something out in the game and show it off. And you may feel the same way, where it's like, okay, I'm making the same amount of money, but part of you just wants to make clothing. It's like, I want to make clothing. So you go ahead and do it. Just have fun with it. That's what it comes down to. Let me reduce the working width of this. Just got to get one more pass on this field at the edge. Alright, put that back on the widest working width. I'm going to leave this parked right on down here because, well, the poplar should regrow overnight. Alright, so I want to visit Skender at the sawmill, but no, I really want to look here because I want to see if we get long planks and planks spawning here. Because, like I said, I got those on distribute up to the toy maker. Yeah, it does not look like the planks and long planks are being distributed up here. Probably answered this question a million times, but any shortcuts planting poplar? I made a big mistake starting planting poplar in field 24. Oh wow, that's going to take a while. And now I can possibly now I can possibly do that until FS 27. Okay, I don't understand the end of it, but there is no first off, I would say recommend getting a helper. Hopefully you got a helper planting in the field. And also, when you set up the worker, make sure you set up the working width as 1.2 meters, which is a lot narrower than like the 2.4 they set it at. Because if you leave it at 2.4, you're going to have a lot of space in between the crop, which you would want in real life. But if you put it at 1.2, you're going to see how my poplar fields were, how clustered they were. You're just going to get a whole bunch more. So the working width should be at 1.2 meters. But I mean, if you already started planting, then that's going to be kind of difficult to change. You're on PS4 for 17, on 25 on PC. Whole new experience. I don't get the hate. It looks amazing. It looks stunning. Yeah, it should. Well, depending on your PC, it should look a lot better on your PC than on console. And you're just going to get a lot more mod options on PC than on console. A lot of the console players are upset just because they're locked at 30 FPS on console currently. Animals. I think I did check on this when the tornado came through. I think the cows I should give some bales to. But everyone else is fine. Productions. Wagon builder is going to do the wagon builder thing. Spinnery, we're making fabric. Sawmill. I want to see how that does here in just a moment. That's looking good. That's looking good. Grain mill's doing the grain mill thing. Goats could use some goat milk in there. The cows got milk. Okay. Yes, so where is... Well, that was one thing I needed to find. Oh, you're down here. All right, I need to go grab the milk. Goat milk and put that in. First playthrough has been trial and error, but fun. And that's a good time to play on easy economy because the money's going to roll in pretty quick, so you can try things. If you make a mistake, not that huge of a deal. Yeah, playing on 17 to 25, you have not done landscaping before, terraforming. Probably a lot of new crops and harvesters you haven't used before. All right, just gotta get the goat milk into the production. And just get the cows some hay bales, and we'll skip over to August, where we'll have a lot more work to do. Well, maybe not that much work. Fertilize this field here for September. Fertilize the grass field. Green beans might be ready. But I don't think we're going to get to the green bean harvest during this stream. Probably save that for tomorrow. All right, the goat dairy is right behind us. Well, now in front of us. Okay, and then telehandler. Yeah, some are also speculating that Giants is going to release an update this week. That's been thrown out there quite a bit. Don't take what I say for anything because I haven't heard anything about it. I don't look into it. I just figured the update will come out when it comes out. But I guess some other content creators have said they expect an update this week. Because that's what people are coming in here and saying. So-and-so said there will be an update this week. We will see. Is easy build a PC or just buy pre-build one? Are you asking about the economy? I'll grab 6 bales. And grab those, clamp them down, and watch the telehandler not like too much carrying 6 hay bales. Wait, why are those not grabbed? See if I can get those bales to fall back so I can grab them. There we go. I think that's the way I would approach it too, Bob, is to, since you haven't played since the 17 version, you can play the vanilla game and there's going to be a lot of new stuff to you. And then as you start to get used to the vanilla stuff where it seems kind of boring with the vanilla stuff or you can't find it to keep you entertained, that's where all the mods can come in. That's the way I would approach it too, in a way. So now with the bales the way they are, I can get the wide load in there. But as we've always said, that's a great thing about this game. There's so many different ways you can play it, and everyone can play it differently. But as I always say, and everyone knows, as long as you're having fun with it, it's all that matters. And the floating bales, still a thing. After all these years. We'll just give them a little bit of a nudge and they'll fall down. If I can drive straight, which we know I can't. Alright, so they got plenty of bales there. You want to jump over that? There you go. Alright, productions and animals are all set. Oh yeah, back down to the sawmill though for a little bit. Alright, let's see. Alright, yeah, so I can see at the bottom right-hand corner, planks and planks long are staying in storage because I got them on distribute, but they're not going anywhere. So they're not being distributed to the toy maker. I don't know if they'll go to the wagon builder because the wagon builder is full of planks long. So... Alright, I mean, I guess I could leave it that way for now because that will eliminate having to sort things out later on. Alright, so yeah, the toy maker is not getting the product to it, as one would hope. Alright, so we're just going to go to bed. I'll check the store again just to be sure. Again, we're just looking at the case, cotton module harvester. I think we're all set. Yep, we're going to August. Too late now. Alright, let's go ahead and feed Sam. Wherever Sam may be. Store page, nothing there that we're looking for. So the toy maker is going to be kind of low on material. The wagon builder, how's that doing? Yeah, it's taken forever to get to the rope. Has not used any fabric or planks long yet. Takes a long time to build a wagon, though. As for our fields, the rice fields I don't have to flood, but we'll just be sure about that. It's August, so I should not have to flood them. Yep, can't flood the field, so we're all set there. Green bean field, that should be ready for harvest, I think. It is. So that's ready for harvest. And then the poplar field. Yep, the poplar regrew. So it should take the second stage of fertilization, and I'll be all set with the poplar field till next year. So if you're new to the game and you're wondering why didn't I just fertilize it twice? You can't fertilize a field twice in a row. The field's got to change state. So you got to wait for like the crop to grow, or you got to cultivate the field or something to that matter before you can put a second application of fertilizer down. So all that stuff that's in the sawmill, the wood chips will get stored. The prefab walls will get sold, and the wood beams will get sold. And then I can, I guess I'll have to put the planks and planks long back on spawning. And those will have to be taken up to the toy maker. And anything extra we'll just sell. I think we'll do the selling tomorrow. Because, yeah, we're on the road to $500,000 to buy the cotton module harvester. Need that in November. And we're sitting here in August. But fear not, my friends. We got the dairy products to sell in September. And that's going to be a couple $100,000. And the canning production is going to be doing pretty good in the next couple of months as well. I don't think we'll have a problem getting up to $500,000 by November. Alright, got to mosey on up to the grass field, get that fertilized. Hey, it's Jake from State Farm. That's perfect timing. We had a tornado go through today. And I got some very little crop damage. Is that covered? That's right, tomorrow's Tuesday, Robert, so you got your exercise tomorrow. I will be doing 2 streams tomorrow, Farming Simulator 25, same time as always. And then later in the evening, I'll be back in a loft. You get used to the other tractors, then you jump into the John Deere with a top speed of 24. And it seems like it's just putting along. Hello, Jason. Glad you got good news. Seems like a long ride up here in the John Deere. We're almost there. You can see where the hay bales are. That's our grass field. Gotta remember to pick up these 2 hay bales before I set off the Mac Don in the future. Watch the fertilizer magically go through the baler. And there we go. Grass field's all set for cutting in September. Now let's put the John Deere back where it belongs, at home up here in the veggie farm. So got a decent amount of material to sell at the canning production. Sawmill has got material also we could sell. But since I'm not in a rush for money, because it's not going to get me to the $500,000 goal, don't have to sell it this month, even though we usually sell every 2 months now. But there we have it. So the highlight of the day, you can kind of see where it happened. Yes, this is our pea field, but we got it harvested before the tornado came through. And the tornado today popped up right here in our green bean field. And we got lucky. Didn't really damage the green bean field that much, but the tornado started right here. Went straight on over the pea field that we already harvested. Right over the shed, through our spinach field, but it didn't hurt our spinach at all because the spinach was in the first growth stage. So we found out that a tornado will not destroy that crop. So it went right over the shed, right through the spinach field. And you can see the trees there in the distance that were taken down from the tornado, but our spinach field is untouched. Yeah, the spinach has grown since last month, but it was too short for the tornado to destroy it in July, so we are safe on that. So yeah, a lot of harvesting got done today. The oats got harvested, the grass field got turned over to hay, pea field was harvested, and we got all the poplar harvested. So a very busy day, productive day. We didn't see the money go up, but there's money being made. We just got to sell the product at the best time. But that's what I'm going to wrap it up for today. Start off tomorrow right where we are at. Just tidying up some fields, and the green bean harvester will be going on, but we got plenty of work to do. We got some straw to bale and prep the barley field for planting in September. So we got a lot of work to do, as we always have, and who knows how far we'll get tomorrow. But yeah, if you're still here, appreciate you all being here. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. It helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down button is there as well. If you want to hit that, you're more than welcome to. Just leave me as a comment as to why you hit the thumbs down button, so maybe I can make the stream more enjoyable for you. If you're new here, that subscribe and notification bell are at the bottom as well. You don't want to miss out on more content like this. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow on Riverbend Springs for Farming Simulator 25. And also later in the day tomorrow, a loft after that. So, I'm going to head out of here. And appreciate you all being here. Appreciate the donations. Also, the gifted memberships and the people who applied for memberships today. Very generous of you. Very much appreciated. But yeah, hopefully I will catch you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.